Okay, time to study. Let's get wait, what's that? Wouldn't it be so cool if I can like make a tower out of these? Wait, I'm good. Wait, what's that? Hahaha, wait, that's so cool. Wait, I wonder how a calculator would taste. Not that nice. Wait, but I wonder if I can do a handstand on my chair. Wait, one sec.
You've probably had this experience. You sit down to study, but it's just so boring and not fun. Maybe my dad was right when he said that. Oh, I used to study in the volcano while fighting the crocodile. Studying no meant to be fun. You study until your eyes fall out. But actually, no. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to make studying not only fun, but something that you're motivated and look forward to doing. Number 1, you're not hitting the sweet spot. Hey yo, what the fuck? The reason that you might be finding studying boring is that your brain isn't engaged enough. There's a certain amount of effort you need to initially put in to get results and find enjoyment when doing anything. If it's too easy, it's boring, but if it's too difficult, it's frustrating. For example, smurfing in Valorant is fun for a bit. You stomp on every single lobby, but after that it just gets repetitive and it gets boring, so you end up quitting. But you'd also end up quitting if every single game you face the best players in the entire world, because then you'd be the one getting stomped, right? So it's the same concept. You need to live just beyond your edge, to the point that your brain is being challenged, so it wants to overcome that, but not too hard so that your brain feels futile and feels like giving up because it's impossible. You need to understand that studying isn't the same as learning. Studying is the physical action and the study techniques, and learning is what you get out of that. And you need to be thinking about how you can challenge yourself more. And when I say challenge, I'm not talking about challenging yourself more, but challenging the way you think about what you're learning more. Okay, so what that means is I can make it more challenging to study by playing really loud music and turning the lights off or breaking an arm so I can only type with one arm, and that would make it more challenging for me to study, but it doesn't actually help, right? So what you need to do is gamify studying. Instead of looking over the same flashcard 200 times and getting all bored over it, it's to actually in fact just get one of them and think about how can I make this a story, an analogy. Thinking about how you can think of that in different ways is actually going to engage your brain more and make it more fun. And the second thing is the expectation effect. If you believe or think that studying is going to be preemptively boring, it will be boring. Oh, this lecture is going to be really boring because it's that one teacher. Oh, this history lesson is going to be boring because like history is just boring. But you know that this video won't be boring because it's me. And the reason that this has a negative effect on your academic result is that it's a negative feedback loop. You don't like the subject, so you don't study the subject. You don't study the subject, so you get bad grades. You get bad grades, so you don't like the subject, and it just continues and continues. And boredom induces a lack of motivation, because the reason that we play video games or watch TV shows is because we expect it to be fun, but we expect studying or learning to be boring. In the expectation effect, David Robson argues that expectations can harm your physical and mental health. There was a study showing that if you expect it to age poorly, you're more likely to develop diseases and die earlier. And there was another study done where 3 students were shown the exact same lecture on YouTube 3 times, but just with a different title. One of them was titled was the most boring lecture voted by students, and the other video was called the most interesting lecture voted by students, and one of them was just called a study lecture. And as you can expect, the video with the title of the most interesting lecture found that students afterwards, when asked if they found that interesting, would say that they found it engaging, just because of the preemptive fact that they went in thinking that, oh damn, this is an interesting lecture. And you know how there's that meme where it's like you scroll on TikTok and you find a really funny TikTok, but then you see that it only has 7 likes, so suddenly it's not funny anymore. This is actually a scientific phenomenon called the expectation effect. You expect, oh, that party's gonna be so dead, oh, this TikTok's gonna be so boring. So you should never say or expect something to be something, because you're already creating a concrete belief. You're only making it so that it will be that thing. But you might be saying right now, but what if I thought it would be fun and I told myself that this lecture's gonna be really fun, but it was so boring? Well, okay, that probably might happen, but I've got the solution for you. You need to have a cognitive approach and think of the bigger picture, thinking of the both external and internal motivation for that certain thing. So for example, you went into a lecture thinking, come on, this lecture's gonna be so fun and exciting, it's gonna stimulate me so much, but then actually it was so boring. But what you need to do is think about, okay, instead of just zoning out and not focusing on this lecture is something that I'm going to be tested on, and I'm going to end up using it in the future. So you need to use this external and internal motivation of thinking, I don't want to have to learn this later. So you actually need to force yourself to listen in these times. We talk more about motivation and external and internal motivation in this video. And the third thing is to link it to things that interest you. We were doing physics wavelengths and frequency, and it was really boring, right? Because I don't care about physics wavelengths and frequency. But our physics teacher actually did a demonstration like based around the piano and like the different notes. And when he like got these like little fork tuning things and he like tapped them and they made a pitch noise, it was actually really interesting because he talked about how the different waves change comparing to the pitch. So just by finding things and linking it to things you're already interested in will make it so that you actually want to learn more. And this is called perceived control. You need to reframe your thoughts and mind. But instead of thinking of, oh damn, I have to study for that test, if you start thinking of it in the get to frame mindset, I'm gonna have to study anyway, so why not make it good? Why not have fun while doing it? And you can make it fun by finding just new things or things that please you. For example, ever since I started using Notion and just having this clean, visually appealing, aesthetic place to lay out all my notes and what I have to do, I just found myself going back to it more because I enjoyed using it. So whether it's using your iPad for notes or using this Notion template, which you can find in the first link in the description, find things that you find fun and enjoyable to do, because that's the way to make studying fun. I hope this video was useful, and like and comment your own experiences to help others. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. And you need to, and when I say and thinking, yeah, shut up.